So in this video I'll be discussing about the RH factor. What is RH factor? RH factor is basically you can say that RH factor is related to the blood group. It shows that there is a presence of antigen of RH factor or not. Okay, so first of all, RH factor was given by the two scientists, that were Karl and Steiner, as you guys all know, which was introducing the blood group. He also was involved in this, as well as the Wisner was there, okay, in 1940. Okay, so this was the first research was on the this was observed, or the first research was on the monkeys. Okay, so for example, you will understand the RH factor by the example. For example, there is a RBC, and here it is having the antigen, that is A. Okay, and with that, if there is the antigen of RH factor 2, if the RH factor antigen is there, which means, so the blood group A is A positive, which means that in the plasma antigen, okay, so the antibody of the RH factor will be absent, because RH factor antigen is present, so the antibody of the RH will be absent and the blood group will be A positive. Next example, for example, this is the RBC and it's also having the antigen, that is A. Okay, and the RH factor is basically absent. RH factor antigen is absent. So with this, which means the blood group A will be negative, and in the plasma the antigen RH factor will produce the antibody of the RH factor, which means the antibody of the RH factor will be present, and just because the RH factor is absent, the antigen of the RH factor is absent, so the antibody will be present, and here the RH factor of the antigen is present and the antibody is absent, so the blood group is A positive. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you guys, that A negative can give to the blood to the A positive, but just for the one time. Okay, next time or second time it cannot give. If it will be giving, so the reaction will occur, because the in the that the blood group which is like giving the blood group to the A positive or A negative, so in there the RH factor antibody will be produced against that, so just because of that the reaction can occur. I am to tell you guys that in the chart that I'll be making after RH factor, the chart of the RH factor, so through that you will easily understand. Okay, if I talk about the RH factor, for example, I'm having the alleles. If I'm having the allele, for example, which is DD, here we are choosing the, for example, D is here, it is the dominance, it is showing the dominance. Okay, and it is showing that there is the presence of the RH factor, and it is the recessive, and it is showing that there is the absence of RH factor. Okay, so RH factor is just showing the presence of antigen of RH factor or not. Okay, so for example, I'm having the both are dominants. I'm having the genes, okay, that is dominant, okay, and they are basically homozygous, which means similar, homozygous dominance. Okay, if the dominance is there, which means the RH factor is positive, okay, or RH factor is present. Okay, if for example I'm having the dominance and recessive, which is heterozygous, which means they are both are different. Okay, so this is showing the RH positive because the dominancy is there. If I'm taking the both recessive, which is D and D. So they are showing the homozygous, which means they are similar, but they are recessive. So I am saying, so it means that if the dominance is not there, which means the Rh antigen is basically absent. Okay, so the phenotype, if we talk about, so that is the 2, which will be positive or negative of the Rh factor. Okay, so the positive will be having the like Rh factor, and if we talk about the negative, so they will be having the no Rh factor. Okay, if we talk about the genotype, if we talk about, so that is 3. These are 3 genetic makeup, which means the genotype is 3. And if we talk about the phenotype, which is positive or negative, so that is 2. Okay, so now I'm making the chart, so through that you will easily understand that how, like, the if I'll be telling you that the donating and recessive system of both of, like, with the help of the Rh factor. Okay, so okay, so this is A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, A negative, B negative, AB negative, and O negative. A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, A negative, B negative, AB negative, and O negative. So first of all, so A positive can give blood to the A positive. Yes, it can give, because there is the antibody will be of the A will be having the antibody of the B, so it can easily give. If you talk about the A can give blood to the B positive, so yeah, so no, it cannot give, because B is having the antibody, that is A, so cross. If you talk about AB, so they will be having the no antigen. No, antigen will be both, but antibody will be absence, because they are having the both antigen. So it can give, so A can give blood to the AB easily. If we talk about the O positive, so O positive is having the antigen 0, but the antibody will be of A and B. So which means A is having the antibody will be having the A, so it cannot give blood to the O positive. Okay, and if we talk about the A positive can give blood to the A negative, so no, because let me tell you guys one thing about that A positive can give blood to the A negative, but for just for the one time. Okay, just for the one time, that can give, but that is risk, that is the risk. Okay, after that the anti Rh can be developed in the A negative, so that is risk, of course, that can cause a death too. So that's why we are like saying that it cannot give the blood, so that's why we are like writing here cross. Okay, if we talk about the A positive can give blood to the B negative, so that is the same thing here, so negative, negative, and negative, just because of the anti Rh antibody. Okay, so if we talk about the B positive, so B positive can give blood to the A positive, no, because A positive having the antibody of the A, so it cannot give. And if we talk about the B positive, so yes, because they are having the antibody of the A, and here we are having the B. And if we talk about the AB, so AB is having the, you can say that, no antibody, so that can easily give. And if we talk about the O positive, so O positive we cannot give, because they are having the antibody of the both A and B, but here we are having B, so that can destroy, so we can, A B positive cannot give blood to the O positive. If we talk about the A negative, so that is the same thing happen will there, that is the risk to give. Okay, because after giving, the antibody can be produced of the